that she have yet to obtain. You know, through just love
Yeah.
making. But the man that knows, he knows that it's much more than an orgasm. You know, for her or ejaculation for him. He
Yeah.
knows the difference.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He gonna while he making love, he also making love to her mind. Because once he get the mind, then everything else is gonna follow.
In a way, honestly, and this is me kind of being vulnerable in this situation. Like, I've been uncomfortable with that at certain points in my life, to like having control over someone else's mind.
Yeah, but you don't need to control it. Only thing you need to do is yeah.
However, like.
But what I mean in terms of the understanding, see, once she respect you, it's the respect factor. It's not a dictatorship. You know, my way or no way is a respect thing. If she love you, she gonna respect you and respect your opinion and your decision. I can't buy what she's selling. If she coming in confusion and she want to do this and do that, that's her movie being played out. Yeah. It's not mine.
100%. You know
what I'm saying? I can only be the author of my story, no one else's. But I can bring you balance and structure. You know, what are we going to do with this thing? Where do we go? It ain't about sex. It ain't about you giving money. But the only way that you're going to know if a woman is about you, you got to test them. What better way than money? Or if you get caged up when they stay or when they flee. It's all good when everything is gravy and the money flowing and y'all doing good.
No, and to be honest, as a human being, too, for anybody to be honest with himself, if you're presented with a situation and then you're presented with the same situation, but you're going to receive a shitload of money on top of it, you're going to think about it differently.
Oh, yo, for sure.
You're going to. From what you're saying, it's like, how far can you push that before you sacrifice your morals?
You know, a man should never compromise his morals.
But you see what I'm saying, though, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was in Broadway, and Bunny was my top getter, man. She came home. She did everything that she did. She used to run them girls in there. Mm-hmm. You know, and I got a PC. I didn't even know all the sisters individually. You understand? But we would set up bachelor parties, stripograms, any extracurricular activity and all that.
Whatever. Yeah.
Right, and we had a lot of females coming in. But, you know, I would get a percentage off of those bookings and stuff like that there, you know, and it was a good thing, but it came a point in time where that she began to fall off, she began to lag. It was just a matter. So I know she was going. Now I was faced with a decision.
Yeah.
Right? If she was going to run sooner or later, because I still had about 8 years left on the sentence.
Yeah.
So now what came into play was my morals, my self-respect, my integrity. So the best thing I can do before that comes, opposed to me getting on the phone, why you didn't come today, why you didn't do all these things, I cut her. But I knew that she would respect me.
Okay. This is I'm just kind of being an ass and saying this. So, with you saying that, how do you separate your ego from that situation?
I just told you I live outside of ego.
But your ego played a decision in that, right?
Yeah, but I haven't yet to master self. I was dealing with the physical self. See, the physical self want all of this, but the true self, man, none of this shit here matters. You know, you just enjoy the experience. Once you arrive as somebody that lives outside of ego.
You answered my question. You weren't there yet.
I wasn't there yet. I was gone. They don't understand the metaphor. It's just like the moment that you mention Jesus, then the first thing people do, man, they say, oh, he's trying to make me Christian. But you ain't listened to the metaphor. He tell you, he say the kingdom of heaven is within. No one comes to the Father but through me. What is he telling you? That if you don't look within yourself for an enlightenment and connect to that source where everything originates from, I am what was, what is, and what is to become. I'm the ineffable one. You understand? So when all these things come into play and you start to look at that, it's like, whoa.
It's a lot of pressure in viewing yourself as a peer to God rather than a subordinate. It's a lot of pressure in that, though, for real.
Well, people don't want to know the truth. You know, when you go into the Gnostic, they tell you that I am both the send and the sender. So if he's telling you to both the send and the sender, then who are you?
We're all made out of stardust. We all the same shit.
Right. You are an immortal being in a physical body. We attach to the physical self. But that's why I was telling you about a child and their young explorers. As we age, we lose that. We didn't create nothing for ourselves. You came into and when it got the curriculum, you studied. You became a profession at your craft and what you studied. But outside of that, you didn't think of creating nothing of your own. Those that came in and understood who they was.
Yep.
What did they do? They wanted to leave something for the sake of humanity, all of humanity.
Yep.
You understand? To make a difference, something that'll last 100 years, 200 years after they're gone.
Yep. And brother, I think what you're doing right now is gonna be like a deep dive into like intersex relationships, because it's something that can be looked at. Like I was saying, like some of the shit you said made me uncomfortable. Like when I first heard it, it would not in the sense. I deal with rap music. You know, I'm an engineer. Like, bitch this, fuck that, like whatever. Yeah. But it was in the sense that like you're super educated, and I could feel that. And it seemed like some of the shit that you were saying was just kind of derogatory towards females, and that's how your shit's gonna be received in a certain way from a certain group of people.
That's who I was at that time, and I have no disrespect for women.
I know you
right,
don't.
But I'm gonna give it to you. Women love and respect real men. A woman would never submit to a weaker mind that is not stronger than hers. I don't care what she is, how much money she make. You understand? Every woman is looking in search of that one true daddy, the one that they can respect. You know, with respect, it's not a dictatorship.
Yeah,
or control thing, but it's just the understanding of who you are.
A daddy in the sense of like the weird sexual daddy, like you.
No, we ain't.
Because that's how that shit's gonna be taken from some people. You know what I mean?
No, we ain't into the incest or nothing like that. But a daddy just means belonging to. You know, we ain't in high school. The protector, not necessarily even the money provider, because that landscape has changed in today's world in and of itself. But you got to bring balance.
If a motherfucker breaks in the house, the lady's gonna want to know that her man's gonna be there.
That's right.
And as progressive as I try to be as a person, that shit still holds true.
Oh no! Well, you got to be the protector of the woman. You know, if you in the house and then if intruder breaks in, he should be the first one that you encounter. It's you, not the woman.
No, and that's like I say. I try to be progressive. I try to forward think. I grew up like I got a sister that has a PhD. Man, I got like super successful females in my family that are leaders, like alpha type females. So like. When people bring this shit about like women being followers and this and that, like it hits a nerve on me in a sense. But I know where you're coming from, and it's from a different place.
Oh no, they got beautiful minds. You got to respect their creativity. They bosses, man. They think outside the box, and to get one, man, it's heaven. You know, when you stumble across that, man, because she gonna be about your development, you gonna be about her development. Y'all gonna grow together. You live outside of confusion.
At this point in your life, do you consider yourself a sapiosexual to where you're more attracted to someone's mind than you are their actual physical being?
Yeah. For me, it got to be a sense of higher awareness. If not, then I don't even want to entertain it. Right, yeah.
Like in the sense of like you don't even want to sit there and fucking look at them. You don't care anymore at that point.
Well, I don't judge. I'm just an observer.
But you just don't care is what I'm saying. Like you kind of disengage from this. From the situation.
Yeah. I don't have no interest in going. It's just like me now wanting to go back, you know, to the strip club and get the strippers. I don't have no interest in that. Yeah, I didn't move beyond that station already.
No, I feel you.
The more that you know, the more that you get to embrace the true self, then the more you move and share the skin of the physical self. And that in itself, man, is an amazing feeling.
Say that again. The more you embrace your true self.
The more you embrace the true self, the more that you get to move away from the physical self. You understand? You know, we in love with the shell, but the shell is just the shell. The true self is within, but it's limited to the 5 sense organs. You understand? Your body is nothing more than an accumulation of food. Your mind is nothing more than an accumulation of impressions that you have gathered through what? Data, recycled data. That's all you do.
This is where you come in and say some shit, though, like... about how physical fitness and smelling good, because you have to appeal to the 5 senses first, correct?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you want to look good. You want to do the part, because if you ain't looking like nothing, she ain't gonna want you. Because every time a woman leaves the house, and even if she's with you, she's constantly and continuously comparing you to the other ones that's out there. She look at him and say, "Oh, he look good. He handsome." But you know he ain't
put together like the other one.
He ain't my daddy.
Yeah.
See, that's what she'll think. Oh no, he ain't. You know, he ain't my daddy. You know, but he okay. But it's something that she see in you. See, women choose, men don't. But once they choose, it's up for us to be able to take it a step further. It's up for us to elevate the situation. I mean, not just come home without a plan, ain't talking about nothing. The conversation is limited. She watch what you say, how you do it, and everything that you do in between. And she said, well, damn, he ain't giving me no substance.
Yeah.
He ain't giving me nothing. He come in, he just want, what's dick? You know, what's the material things? He ain't giving me nothing to bring about understanding, because man is in search of his true self. He ain't gonna find it between a woman thigh. That's why men cheat, because he go looking, thinking if one woman don't do it, he'll get it from another. But what he's in search of is the true self and not the physical self.
Yeah.
And the only way that he gonna be able to arrive to the true self. Let me hit you with this now.
Come on.
The only way he gonna be able to arrive to the true self, he must first destroy the one that enslaves him, and that's the one that he think is him, that all those suggestors. Now, let me tell you what the suggester told me one day, right? Now, this is the voice that's talking to you in your head.
Just to be clear, we're talking about ego death right now.
Ego, right. And this is what he said to me one day. I was walking down the street, and I asked the question. I said, why do you hate humans so much? Right?
And this is you talking to you, correct?
Yeah, I'm talking to the voice.
Yeah.
And you know what he said to me? He said, because y'all weak. Y'all can't even stop my suggestions. I said, whoa. That's what he said. He said, because y'all weak, y'all can't even stop my suggestions.
And that's kind of fair in a way, though.
But look at the math. Think about it.
It's fair.
Yeah. You understand? But I still ain't get it right then and there. It wasn't until much years later. So now where I'm at with is I want to be able to give it to the brother that's 20. I want to be able to give it to the young guy that's 17, because at 13, 14, 15, you come into a turning point. That's at a turning point of your life, of you starting to figure out who you are. That's when that mindset start to come in with that mind demon. Now, if you young and you grow up in a good environment, then it don't come into much years later. But if you young and you grow up in a harsh environment, then you can have that experience at 2 years old, 3 years old. Right. No, it comes later.
Oh, I'm saying that, like, harsh realities come sooner, but you're saying realizations will come later because you have to survive.
You have to survive. I done seen little kids, bad as shit at 4 years old, 3.5 years old. I done seen it because of the way that the parents raised them. Yeah. You go in there, the boy 5 years old and drinking a bed. You like, well, what is he doing?
Fuck.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that? It's abuse, but you done seen all this kind of confusion out here.
Yeah, man. And honestly, like, me being in the music industry, this kind of plays into, like, where the rap game is at. Like, how do we have these fucking 16 and 17-year-olds out here talking about drinking lean? Who's giving it to them? Who's giving it to them?
And when I was young, I used to drink it. It ain't nothing but cough syrup. It's the rheumatism DM. But let me tell you what a guy told me that stopped me from drinking it. I used to drink it. I used to hallucinate. It's called hallucinate, but it create blood clot. That's why the rappers have seizures. See, and I said, whoa. The guy said, yeah, man, it create blood clots. So I stopped drinking it, So now where we at now in society, and they selling it on the records, it's selling and all that, but it's dumb as that.
Syrup now. It's all fentanyl syrup now. Yeah. So it's not what you were drinking.
Yeah.
Not the same thing that 99% of these motherfuckers on the streets drinking.
Yeah. It's codeine mixed with alcohol. Right?
It's straight fentanyl now.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Same thing that got Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. Well, I don't want none of that smoke.
But no. To say less about the drugs and more about just like a 16-year-old getting on the mic and saying, I'm a contract killer.
Wait, you don't know. I mean, look at some of our rap albums. Here we are in prison.
But it's not even that though. It's the fact that it's cool for him to say that.
Yeah, because he don't know who he is. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's his fucking mom. If I was 16 and I was talking about being a contract killer on a record, my mom would have come out from the fucking rafters and slapped my ass and just like, and it ain't even gotta be his mom though. I'm not even saying that. Like, who's in his corner? Who's telling him?
You grow up in the streets, man. You grow up wild, fast, and young. This is what you experience and this is what you see. Like in certain aspects, if you ain't in the hood, man, it's different. It's a different mindset.
But no. I'm on the same wavelength with you. I'm sorry. I'll make this real quick. I'm on the same wavelength with you on that, where like people are like, we need to change the music and we need to change the messaging. The messaging comes from the environment.
It comes from the environment, right? But you got to understand how. Here we go again. You got to understand. Look at what we doing to ourselves. It's a control, right? See, man is not in control. Man only think that he's in control. Who's being manipulated? Who manipulates man? The one that